taking pills, you sad now, cause your girl left you with dad now. You see me getting my bag now, getting everything you never had now, and that trouble you.
If this video gets 500 likes, I'll take it down that riverbed where you're not supposed to take bikes. Alrighty, now we're on the GoPro. So what I'm gonna do, so I've already done one heat cycle where I start it, just let it idle up to temperature, shut it off. Now we're gonna do one more. So we're gonna start it, and then I'm just gonna let it idle till it's warm. I think one of the biggest problems people do with warming up with braking in bikes is they don't let them warm up. Everybody thinks it's bad to idle a bike. I always let my bikes idle to temperature before I ride them hard, and I've never had a bike that burns oil. I got my fender eliminator done. I got my mirrors off. I got my blinkers off. Looks pretty freaking clean. Not only are you braking in the engine, but you're braking in the tires. These tires are brand new. You're braking in the brakes. They're brand new. Everything on the bike's brand new. So you always want to do like kind of a shakedown ride. So that is what today is. Alright, so once you've let it idle for a little bit, the first thing you're going to do is brake in the engine. That's the number one thing. So the way I do it, you're going to give it a little bit of gas and then a lot of engine braking. Engine braking is really important when you're braking in a bike. You're not going to want to rev the crap out of it, but don't baby it. You're definitely going to ride it, but just do a little bit of, try to not bog it either. That's just as bad. Lot of engine braking. Basically, don't use the brakes. And engine brake. So not really worrying about the brakes yet. I'll explain how to brake in the brakes in a second here. So that's basically it for the motor though. You just don't want to tap it out. You don't want to rev bomb it. But you also don't want to be super gentle. But for the tires, you're basically just going to do slow turns like that. You just want to scrub in the tire. You don't need to be pushing it, just going like that. And then the brakes, you're going to want to do, does it have a neutral light? Maybe not. I don't think it has a neutral light. But yeah, so then for braking in the brakes, you're going to want to go somewhere where there's as little traffic as possible, and you stand on the brake as hard as you can without stopping, and then let off. And hard brake, let off. You should be going faster, but it's just harder on this bike because it's not really like a bike that can just cruise at 80 or 90. It's shaking really bad. I don't know. Hopefully there's not like a motor mount that's loose or something. I feel like it shouldn't be shaking this bad. These tires are definitely slick on the street. I gotta be careful. It's pretty smooth at like 50 miles an hour. I don't know. Do a little bit of a brake and off. Basically, you just don't want to, if you just always baby the brakes, they'll end up glazing over, so you don't want that. So you want to give them a nice hard brake. That 21 front feels much different than the 701. Just nice little swerves, get these tires a little scrubbed in. I don't think it has a neutral light. A nice hard brake. This thing definitely feels like it'll do stoppies for days. It's vibrating so bad. I might have to like ask them about that. It's like bad. Like for a bike with 0 miles, it's like shaking my hands. Like I get it's like a 500cc bike and it's gonna be like a thumper, but it seems like pretty bad. Getting on the highway. Tires are not broken in yet, so I'm not pushing it. like 70, 75. Oh, that's the road I wrecked on right there. That's why I just jumped on the highway instead of taking that road again, not down. It's a little chilly today. I'm getting like the Colorado vibes on the KTM and the flannel. See how bad these are shaking? Like, it's also pretty windy today, so I'm curious to see how the wind noise is with the new mic. Like, I can't even hear myself talk. It's pretty bad. I think I do want to get a steering stabilizer for it though. It's definitely a little jumpy compared to the 701. Oh, don't do it. Jesus Christ. See, I want to go like explore stuff like that, but I need to get it broken in first before I go ride it hard off-road. Feels pretty nice now that I'm getting a little bit more used to that 21 front. Because I came off the 701 and that thing was like butter smooth, supermoto wheels, 17-inch. So I'm getting a little bit better to it. It's got a lot more suspension than the 701, that's for sure. Like the 701 could not jump or anything like that. The vibrations either aren't as bad or I'm getting more used to it. I'm not sure. We'll have to see at the end of today's ride if it's a little bit smoother. Because it feels a little smoother. Braking the rear brake a little. I wonder if it has ABS. I don't think it does. The transmission feels really notchy for sure. It doesn't feel as smooth as the 701. This thing's definitely more like notchy and like rowdy. The 701 was more like a street bike. But that's why I bought this bike. I wanted something more rowdy. It's definitely got some power, that's for sure. I can't wait to try to wheelie it. Oh, then we gotta wait for this. This thing's definitely more rowdy to ride. Like the 701, you could just hop on and go for like a chill cruise. This thing definitely does not have that. There's definitely no chill cruise option on this bike. I don't know if it has. No, it does not have ABS. Okay. Just skid the front tire a little. Oh, supermoto buddies. How's it going? That was a nice little wheelie. Cool. Ride safe, guys. I don't think so. Look, new helmet looks cool, huh? Yeah. I got new helmet and goggles. That's a V1, that's what it is. Yeah. Sit. Sit. Oh. If this video gets 500 likes, I'll take it down that riverbed where you're not supposed to take bikes. 500 likes. Let's see if you guys want it. I do it for the people. Oh yeah, it's starting to smooth out. 13 miles now. It's definitely smoothing out a little. Got some engine braking. It doesn't feel as like so rough. That's basically all I do. Nothing crazy. I basically ride the bike as normal without redlining it. That's basically the only difference is. Get on the brakes hard every once in a while. And then let off an engine brake. Like I've said it like 4 times, that's the most important part by far is the engine braking. Not down to die. Please don't pull out. Oh, Jesus. I still hate that. I can't wait to ride it hard. That'll be fun. It definitely needs to be uncorked, like as soon as possible. And I gotta get used to that 21 front. Feels weird. It definitely feels nice and powerful. And hard on the brakes. See, like, this bump sucked on the S1000, and it literally is just no big deal. I love standing up on dirt bikes too. Doo-doo. 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 Woo! That was tight. Alright, we're gonna try the highway again. That's what I love about the 500s. Not many dirt bikes can go on the highway. Especially not. Oh, I was gonna jump back on, but there's that ridge right there. I'll wait for this, no traffic. This thing's so much fun. It reminds me, like, my old KTM was probably one of my favorite bikes I ever owned. And this is the brand new version. Woo! Thought that was a cop behind me. That would have sucked. When you're breaking in a new bike, you never want to be staying at the same RPM. Always changing it. Oh, yeah, definitely not nearly as comfy as the 701 on the highway. I would not want to do that for a very long time. There you go. It feels much smoother. It's definitely getting broken in, and it's not nearly as violent. It was so rough the first like 5 miles. It was like shaking my hands and feet off. I think everything just needed to be smoothed in. It's feeling much better. I don't know, these tires aren't that bad. They're definitely not great, but they're not bad. Alright guys, that is it for the first ride in the break-in ride. Thanks for tuning in. I will see you in the next one.